Hey guys, I just wanted to go through a few steps about porting the intake. A lot of people just port them and open them up, but that's not the problem. Everybody wants to go hog crazy, porting something real big, and what you guys really want to look for is things where there's restriction and the sharp turns and everything on a runner. Like any place you see a runner that has a restriction, and I'm sorry this camera's not so healthy, but if you see the plenum through the runner and you can cut that back as straight as possible, you're going to have the most airflow you can get out of something. And that's the problem. People say, well, I port my intake and it picked up this and that. Half the time they port them so big, they're taking some of that out without realizing it. And I mean, there's guys out there that are really good porters, don't get me wrong, but it's just that everybody goes for the knife edge. That knife edge stuff should come from straightening things out. It shouldn't be you're just getting in there and knife edging a runner, because that does really absolutely nothing. Air can flow around the round surface. Knife edging it might make it look cool, and in certain tests it may pick up a little bit here and there, but the knife edging isn't what's doing it. It's straightening everything out that's getting the job done. I mean, intake, you want to keep the air smooth as possible in these runners, and the thing is, like I said, if you cut back what you can, and you can't make it perfectly straight, but what you want to do, I'll make it simple. If you see a restriction and you see a sharp turn, you take the sharp turn. You concentrate on that before you worry about porting it bigger. You have to get the air to move around through the runner first before you worry about how big it is. Making it bigger isn't better. And I mean, there's guys, it's just hard to explain this stuff to some people, and I'm not a real technical person when it comes to talking about this, but the problem is that power doesn't lie. And, you know, I'm far from done from this thing right here I'm showing you. I'm working on it now. I just wanted to make this because I feel sorry for guys that try to do this, and they watch these videos, and they have people show them this and that and the other. And another thing is, up at the top, don't be afraid. These intakes are just a basic intake when they come out. This has been all cut back at the top right here. It comes way down into the runner, and all this meat here, you pick up flow and the air can enter faster and has more. And in any place you can put a smooth contour on something and angle it and bring it in where it's coming in nice and smooth, that you're always going to have the advantage there. And I just wanted to do this. Like I said, I'm not no expert with anything, but this is just things I've noticed. I mean, we had a 5.3 with this intake right here. Everybody says they're not the best intake, that if you put a Victor on, you pick up 50 horsepower. Well, the 5.3 stock bottom end, just with a decent cam, and I ported the heads and did our own ideas on that too, which I'll go into at a later time. It made over 500 horsepower. And yet you have guys on the internet that say that's impossible, that they've tested everything, and they have, and they're smart, but the dyno doesn't lie. And, you know, it wasn't on some buddy's dyno that don't know what they're doing. It was a reputable shop, and so it came out, I think, if I remember right, it was like 503, 504, but it was over 500. That's not setting the world on fire, but you're talking about a stock bottom end, just putting our heads in this intake on that they say doesn't even make 500 horsepower with this setup with stock heads. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Hope this is a little helpful to somebody, and I just try to help out where I can. I feel bad for some guys that don't know where to start and they're afraid of messing stuff up. People say, oh, you'll mess that up if you do this, if you do that. It's really hard to mess something up when you're taking angles off, as long as you're doing it in the right manner and you're not just cutting something to death. If you take it with a smooth transfer into the runner, no matter what you're doing, you're always going to pick up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.